somewhere out beyond Pluto, way out beyond Pluto, float the signals of old television shows. That's because the waves never decay, they just go farther out, which means you could see anything you wanted. If you could get there, well, you can't. The waves are moving at the speed of light, and you can't do that. Happily, there is another way to get the job done. It's called the videotape library. Overnight's Ellen Harris found this treat in the drawer marked 1949. We don't know why.
Now let's have a look at a really charming aggregation of juvenile musicians. Yes? From Italy, here is the television debut of the hottest little jazz band on 2 continents, the youngest 7 and the oldest 11.
Time to talk about silk purses. Once we had a story about a pig in a truss. That, Lord knows, was bad enough. But to have the gall to reprise the pig in verse, well, that takes real courage. On the theory, however, that your body never outgrows its need for animal stories, here's one more. The Salzier Award to Greg Palmer of KING in Seattle, and once again, Iggy.
Somewhere mud is oozing, somewhere slops congeal, somewhere boars are snoozing as the sows begin to squeal. But here our hearts are heavier than a hog in a pickup truck, for Iggy, gentle Iggy, is a-missing from the muck. It seems like only yesterday his story came to us of a plucky little porker in a tacky little truss. Just 3 weeks old you were then, but a foot from stem to sternia. But Ig, it moved us deeply to hear about your hernia. You didn't let it get you down. Your pig's feet never faltered. It was very hard to think of you as pickled, smoked, or altered. You were a lesson to us all with minds so tightly shut. Ignore those pains, you seem to say. Get out there and rut. But then the world came rushing in. We turned to distant shores. One trussed-up piglet can't compete with threats of nuclear wars. As we ignored him, Iggy grew. His hernia would heal. His tail curled, his hawk unfurled. There was timbre in his squeal. A giant hog was not to be, though. Iggy broke his leg. No little truss could help him then, or little wooden peg. The farmer had him put to sleep, then buried on the farm. But still beneath the mud he loved, he keeps our cold hearts warm. Greg Palmer for NBC News.